Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com. Co-op Mark II. So I'm on the French reds. Today I've got 4 Bordeaux and 2 Rhones. So Chateau Brassac, Bordeaux Supérieur 2009. Terrific vintage for the region. Smells young and currenty. Is this a Dort wine? Yeah, Dort. It's a major negociant. They also own a few properties around the place. And they make some of the best cheap generic Bordeaux around. So if you see the Dort sign on some of the wines, go for it. It's usually pretty reliable. This smells like it's going to be young, chunky, all about immediate juicy fruit. Not Bordeaux to keep. This is all about Bordeaux to its freshest and most vibrant. Yeah, there's a slight smokiness to that. There's juicy fruit, more on that plum and blackberry maybe than the blackcurrant. There's some of what I call the smoky bacon oak. But it's juicy, it's rich, it's sappy. It feels like one of those wines where they made it to be drunk very early. Don't bother keeping this. This is just wolf your way through it, wait for the next vintage and then wolf your way through that. Yeah, good gutsy. That's Bordeaux. Cheap Bordeaux is far better than it used to be, and that is a really good example of it. Never quite know what to expect with Bordeaux, but that was terrific. 2008 Cour du Roi. Montagne Saint-Emilion, another Dort wine, but from a more challenging vintage, shall we say. No, it wasn't that 2008 was a bad year, but it wasn't quite as gentle and nice and all-round attractive as 2009. Oh, one of the things I smell here, it smells like they've over-oaked it. It's probably a wine that's got more legs and more power and ageability than the what's it called, Brassac. But at the moment it's young, it's oaky, and I think that maybe they've overdone the oak. I'm left with what I call, do you ever remember Green Flash pumps? There used to be a little diamond-shaped sticker on the bottom of Green Flash pumps, and it smells like that. I mean, I don't know how on earth I know that, but it's not as immediate and juicy as the Brassac was. It probably has got a little more subtlety to it, but it hasn't got the enjoyability that the Brassac had. It's almost like for those people who like mountains and cold showers and marathon runs and stuff like that. I want actually a little passion in my wine, and this one feels just that little bit too correct and scholarly rather than svelte and sexy. I want my Bordeaux to taste of Burgundy sometimes. Anyway, let's see whether Chateau Senejac, same vintage, 2008, from the Haut-Médoc, whether that's got a little bit more allure. Well, there's like a green coffee bean and tobacco edge here, which smells intriguing. I thought for a moment it was going to taste like green and vegetable, but then it went into this slightly more interesting spectrum. Don't know whether they've got quite a bit of Cabernet Franc in here, but there's something fragrant and interesting that's showing through. Now that's good. It's strange the difference between these two. They're both similar, medium-bodied styles, but then this has got the fragrance, the layers of flavour. It's got the blackcurrant. It's got a bit of what they call cedar or cigar box character, and it's got these nice chewy, ever so slightly green tannins, and I don't mind those in a wine. Some people sort of think, well, I don't like greenness in a wine. Well, the opposite. I don't like the opposite extreme. I don't like something that tastes like raisins. I'd much rather have something like this, which will soften with age, rather than something which is overripe and raisiny and just falls over with age. There's freshness here. There's vibrancy. There's bounce. There's this really nice structure. You're left with your mouth refreshed. And I don't know how long that'll keep going for, but certainly 10 years or more. And what's the promo price? What we got here? It's on offer at the moment until 4th of January, 12 quid. Not bad at that price, really not bad. I mean, I'd happily stick away half a dozen bottles of that, and I think probably if you buy half a dozen bottles at the Co-op, you probably get a discount. I like that a lot. Right, let's see whether the also Haut-Médoc, Chateau Saint-Paul, 2005. Stick my nose in here, and it's 3 years older, and you're getting to get some of that almost leathery development, but it also smells like it's got a touch of Brettanomyces, which is that yeast spoilage thing. That a little bit of it is good, a lot of it can take over the wine. What it tends to do is take out the grace notes on a wine. It flattens the real high melody line and leaves you with something that's ever so slightly raisiny, and so it can work really nicely with some wine that have got too much of that. But here, maybe it's taking away from, just detracting from the sprightliness and freshness that there could be. It's okay. I think if the Senejac hadn't been here, I'd probably prefer it. I'd probably like it more. And it's got this slightly dusty, dried blackcurrant, blackberry character. That's another sign of Brettanomyces. If you get that, what I call the dead fruit or the dead grape character, baked on blackcurrants and baked on blackberries. Finish is okay. It's got a bit of sprightliness to it, but yeah, after the Senejac's a class act. This is a bit pedestrian. Let's see whether the two Rhones come up with the goods. First one is Lustallet Réserve Côte du Rhône from the Perrin brothers, famed for their activities at Château de Beaucastel, but they've also got a major negociant business. There's a strange dusty vanilla and blackcurrant character here. I don't find it all that fragrant and rony at the moment, so maybe I just need to agitate it a bit more and see if it comes out of its shell, because 2009 was a pretty decent vintage throughout France actually, and it does come out. What comes out is this fragrant, dusty garrigue character. Garrigue is the style of herbs that you get on the scrubland in much of southern France. So it's things like bay, thyme, those things when you walk through the countryside and you brush through them and the fragrance just comes up and assaults you. So you're getting this earthy, dusty plum character, these bay and thyme, and it feels young and it feels quite an exciting wine. Let's have a look at the price on that one. Promo down to $5.99. $5.99. You cannot go wrong with that at that price. Pretty decent wine. $10.99 is normal price. Well, even there, I mean, certainly not there are far worse wines at 11 quid that you can find. Let's see whether Granddaddy of the Southern Rhone, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, comes up with the goods. Cuvée, Domaine Cuvée Saint-Théodoric from the Cave de Monterey. Well, it smells good. It's got that, you can tell it's come from a warm climate. There's this, again, that dusty herb character that really just jumps out of the glass, or maybe oozes out, like something from Aladdin's genie's lamp, and there's a wildness and a untamed character here. You can feel a sense of place rather than a sense of factory about the wine. There are better Châteauneuf-du-Pape. This is on promotion at 10 quid, and at that price I'm very, very happy with it. It's got this wildness. I keep coming back to this wildness, and there's this haunting, almost not fennel, but juniper, some of those, dry bay. Oh, going to go back and have a revisit. Because there are some modern Chateauneufs that almost just like go over the top in terms of trying to get ripeness and sweetness into the wine. This isn't afraid to be on that slightly, not old-fashioned style, but it's not a fruit bomb. It's more a fragrance bomb, if that makes sense. Sort of thing that you put in your bath, isn't it? A fragrance bomb? I don't know. Well, I like that a lot, and I like that and the Senejac. They're the wines I'll be hogging. Got some friends coming round later, having those up at my end of the table and revisiting them purely for research purposes, you see. I hope you understand. But hey, Co-op Mark II. See you soon with Mark III.